Alright, what's up guys? Just bought the Aston Martin, got the new build. First time even looking at the car, just put a quick paint job on it, and here we are. I'm just gonna do a quick overview of, I'm gonna be running GT1 this next season. This is a car I'll be running. Right now I'm just taking a look at the stuff we can control. It's got traction control, it doesn't look like it has ABS, which I am more on the, I don't like traction control and, come on, what is it? Anti-lock brakes. I don't like, I'd rather drive cars without that stuff. So, that's cool, it doesn't have anti-lock brakes. Looks like a pretty basic GT car setup. It's got all the same stuff the rough, the Ford, the BMW, and the McLaren has. Nothing extra, if anything. Just doesn't have that ABS setting. See how big of that? That's a full tank, which 90 liters, 23 gallons, almost 24 gallons. This doesn't have bump stops. But yeah, you got your ride height control with the spring purge, obviously spring rates, and here we got, it's a good thing, glad we got both high speed and low speed dampers. Your caster, your camber. So as far as setting up the car, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Nothing new or exotic I haven't ever done before. Ooh, this is a big car. Just the seating position. I feel so far back. Yeah, we got a GT1, boys. Too bad you can't actually feel the acceleration. Wow, that motor literally screams. This in a hosted session, Tony Gardner set up. Let's see, top speed 271 kilometers, which, man, we must have a lot of downforce on the car. I don't know what the horsepower number is on this, I gotta look that up when I get done. Probably got a bucket load of downforce on it right now.
Drop one off port, one off port.
Don't have to, oh, is that, no, that's not a corner. It just sounds cool off throttle. You do have to lift or blip the throttle on downshifts. Which again, oh, it sounds so sweet, decelerating. Which again, I prefer the more driver interaction with the no ABS and having to blip on the downshifts. That's, I like that. A little bit of understeer going through there. Man, things just, it's so high pitched under acceleration, but when you let off the gas, that's just this nice little, I guess it's still high pitched, but it's got a lot of growl to it. I'm gonna have to wear earplugs to drive this 24 hours. That's a motor though. That is a motor. Oh, a little fat. Ooh, locked up the fronts. Haven't done that in a while. That was cool. Been driving the GT3s for so long that I forgot what it felt like to lock the fronts up. It's gonna do a couple laps and then start making adjustments, start learning the car. And now iRacing has just added torsion modeling for body twist, body deflection when the car is going through corners. Probably won't be quite as prevalent on the higher end cars just because they're built to just be as stiff as possible, but you know, like the Lotus 49, Ford Mustang, that kind of stuff will, where's my relative, will probably be a little bit more noticeable for the body torsion. Oh, I'm paying attention. I'm trying to remember what my relative screen was. Alright, so we'll already take some wing out of it because we know don't need it. But right now, sorry about this, just gotta figure out. I think I have to reassign everything. Whatever, I'll just do that for now. Let me see if the brake bias is still the same. Okay, it's still the same. I don't have to do everything. Alright, back to the setup. Already see there's a pretty big discrepancy in tire pressures, so I'm gonna try and go up. That's 4, 8, 12. Go up 2 clicks there, go up 1 click there. The chassis, let's take half the wing out. Go have some fun. Looks like somebody else is noticing the oversteer of the car.
As well. When in doubt, delete INI renderer file.
There's also a new rendering model they're using, which it actually renders images based off the materials they're made on. So you notice this dash, you can actually, it has better texture than I've ever seen. You can barely see the, no you can't because my foot cam here, let me look over. Roll bar for up. See the roll bars, see how you can see it, the textures are definitely different. Seems softer to me. I don't know if it's more realistic because I've never driven an Aston Martin GT1, believe it or not, but definitely looks like there's more texture to it. Yeah, that thing is just a beast under deceleration. That's the way it sounds. Not understeer. Feels like it needs softer springs in the front. Alright, well, I'll take this opportunity to change the front springs. See how that does. Wish you could look up and down. I was gonna look down for you to look at the instrument dash, but I can't really do that. You can see that roll bar there, and the carbon fiber versus the plastic. Looks pretty good. Even get a little different shine off the little fasteners up on front of the dash there. It's got a completely different texture to it than the dash itself. I haven't, so far it's fun. It's got a lot of understeer in it right now. I haven't really done too many laps yet. But just as an experience, it's pretty sweet. I haven't even really put together a good full lap yet. But feels really good for just being out of the box. And I've got to get, you know, used to driving a GT1 car. I've been used to driving a GT3 car, and this is a whole different beast in a good way. And the sounds are amazing. The looks are pretty doggone good. Doesn't have ABS, which I love. I do have to get used to, when this car gets out of control, how to save it. It's much twitchier than the GT3 car, the rough, as far as just how fast things happen. Which is probably just because I'm not used to that car in general. Again, you have to blip on downshifts, which is fun. I was expecting more speed out of it though, honestly. I got the wing like halfway down right now. Expecting to hit 300 kilometers an hour, no problem, but I don't know too much about how this car's actually, how fast it's supposed to be. I just know it's a GT1 car. If I'm not mistaken, this is kind of similar to GT3 top speeds, or the way they were. See, that's a whole different story, is what are the GT3 cars like right now? Because in theory, they completely changed it. I should go bust one of those out a little bit later. I'll take the rough back to Laguna Seca and see if I can, what kind of lap times I can run. Because they made the GT3s supposedly more like match their performance in real life. So we'll see if they did that. Not sure if I can go through this flat out. Gonna try. And these cars have a ridiculous amount of downforce. Yep, pretty easy. Real easy to do that actually. Make it 200 board, just so I don't overshoot. Definitely loose. It's pushing to loose right now. So I gotta put a lot of wheel on it to get it to turn. When I get on the gas, I have so much wheel on it that snaps oversteer. Let's make some more adjustments. Tell you what, man, this thing is loud. Loud, loud, loud. My wheels don't look white. I picked white. Maybe I didn't save it. Just checking out the textures of the car real quick. That's a weird looking wing. Got like a big old divot in the middle of it. There's side pipes. The rear diffuser. Like that mesh. That's a good looking car. Yeah, you do sit far back in the cockpit, don't you? That's big old Brembos. I think I get a little loose here. Probably that curb too. So, let's see. You know what I didn't? This doesn't have? It doesn't have roll bars. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. It doesn't have roll bars. I wonder how they counter that. Or what they do to make up for no roll bars, just stiffness out of the chassis itself. It's interesting. Okay, so no roll bars. Toe in. Ride height. Make a ride height. Nah, I don't want to make a ride height adjustment.
Any old bastards out here?
Ooh, that was loud. I think I just got my volume up too much. So I'm already bottoming out. That's why I don't want to lower it anymore. It's going to go down. Oh, we're already pretty low. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to raise the car quite a bit. I'm going to create more rake. I just want to raise the car so we're not bottoming out anymore. And then I got a little bit softer spring rate in the front, so hopefully I can just get some better turning. So bottoms out. Give another lap or two, see if the tire pressures get it high enough off the ground. Man, that rear view mirror is all but useless. Because like the rear haunch of the car is so high that it blocks the most important part of the mirror. Understeer in the middle of the corner. Like a little bit after a 200 board this time. Good turn in, but still got loose. Bottoms out. So easy. Yeah, do some work on that rear end for sure.
Car on the right. Left side. All clear.
Let's see if I can get a full clean lap down here. Maybe it's different. Maybe I should be running different gears. I didn't look and see if there's a gear thing. I think there'd be gear adjustments in a GT1 car. $275, that's $276. Little power slide there. Too fast, pushing. So I'm starting to figure just a little bit of the car control out, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, it's got traction control, that's why I won't spin out.
You got a car going the wrong direction.
I wonder if I should maybe just try and take that traction control off.
Get that rhythm back, man.
Oh yeah, and then there's the new black flag thing. Forgot about that. So now when you get a black flag, it'll show you how long until it'll clear. So even when I was on the gas right there, the track control, when it did that little power slide, the traction control didn't kick in. I think I'm running traction control too. Yep. Let's leave it where it is for now. Different gears. 276. That looks like 276 is the top speed without a draft. I'll try this. I think Spa would be a good test track for this car. I just picked this server because it was Tony's and it looked like it had a lot of people in it, but it really doesn't. I might switch out of this after I get a couple more things tuned on this car and find a different server. It's got a little more twists and turns. Yep, it's getting loose. I gotta fix that. It's getting loose like when I get through the middle of the corner. It means it's starting to rotate good, but the rear end just can't hold the rotation. Right there gets loose. I'm just gonna slow down the rear end just a little bit. Go up 2 clicks. First I'm gonna see what it's only 10 clicks. I'm gonna go up 1 click then, because it's such a small range of adjustments. So with adjusting that low speed rebound, the low speed rebound slows down the shock after it releases from its compression. As we're going into the corner, that left-hander, the car's going to want to roll over to the right, while that left rear spring's going to expand. This is going to slow down the rate at which it expands, which slows down the weight transfer to the outside, which should create a snugger feeling in the rear and more understeer in the rear. And I forgot to change the gears. I mean, the fact there's no roll bar just tells me that this car, you probably won't notice the torsion stiffness all that, or torsion flex all that much. Deflection, whatever you want to call it. A little bit better, but still loose. It's loose from, or it's tight from middle to exit through that corner. It's tight on entry and pretty much all the way through on that corner. The car definitely has some understeer built into it, but that's pretty much every single car that gets debuted on iRacing does. Nope, see, that was a little bit better. I would have spun out, so I'm gonna go.
Stay on course.
You go 1 more click on that rear rebound adjustment, because I wouldn't have been able to save that before. Also, I'm gonna raise the car more too. So I just want to see if I can get it to not bottom out. Alright, whatever. 63 and 84, so we're 21 of a difference. Let's go 4 more millimeters in the front, 4 more millimeters in the rear. See if we're still 21 of a difference. Oh, we're too high in the rear. So it looks like 90s are limit in the rear. And we're 21 of a difference, so that's good. We'll do 2 more clicks here in the rear rebound dampening. And see if that'll do the trick. The reason I went 2 clicks is because I increased the ride height in the rear, which creates a higher center of gravity, which is going to create more roll, so I'm kind of countering that, trying to counter that with adding more 2 clicks of rear rebound dampening as opposed to 1 if I would have left the ride height the same, or just left it alone. Still bottoming out though. It's weird. When Monza first came out, I don't remember being able to feel a single bump on that backstretch, but now I can feel, or no, what was it? I couldn't feel the bumps in the corners, because now it's, yeah, I think it's the other way around. I think I could remember feeling, you can feel the bumps on the straights, but you get in these corners, like right there, I couldn't feel a single bump. That just doesn't seem right. And I know it's because iRacing had to fudge the track a little bit, but could have fudged. It's like replicated the bumpiness of the backstretch or something. I was just too fast on entry. So I got to yield 3 seconds. I like that. That new meter is cool. Get there. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Go. Yeah, that's cool. Good job, iRacing, on that new meter. Thank you. That'll just make things a lot less dangerous.
Get back in that rhythm, my man.
Yeah, it'll take a while for me to get used to the car and just what it does. Completely different beast than the GT3. Ah! I meant to brake, I broke earlier, but I didn't brake hard enough. I was trying to be more conservative. Man, this thing does not have a turning radius. Got to get good at the old, can't remember what my traction control off button is. I think I got to remap my traction control off button. Because you need to just be able to dump the clutch and do a quick 180, because this thing does not have a turning radius. Yeah, rear end's still too loose. Yeah, just a little loose. Alright, I didn't hit anything. Yay me. Woo! I got some work to do. Bring the rear spring rates down 2 clicks. It's going to drop the rear end just a little bit too. So it's going to change the rake, which will give us a little bit more understeer, and rear software spring should give us more understeer in the rear too. Gotta do some work on the high-speed dampeners to see if I can get the car to work better over the bumps when I hit curbs and stuff, because right now I hit a curb and it unsettles the car pretty bad. Felt pretty good through there. I just gotta really take my time getting up to speed with this car. Don't attack the braking points too hard. Looks like with the blower in the rear end a little bit and having a little bit softer springs in the rear, we don't quite have the straightaway speed we had before. And that's just based off probably the angle of the under tray versus the ground. Where before, at this point, it was probably closer to parallel. It's probably, the rear end's probably trapping air now or something like that. Keep messing up my braking. That understeer right there is trying to get back on the gas and it just starts pushing. testing the limits of the curbs there, seeing how the car feels when it goes over them. Definitely is heavily influenced by curbs. There, getting the gas, it's just pushing like a dump truck.
.93.
I'm gonna get some better rotation in it when I get back on the gas now. Although I did just go purple on straightaway, so maybe the car does have the same straightaway speed. I'm trying to go for a later apex. Worked a little better, but still just too much understeer. Again, gonna go for a later apex. It's just too much understeer, and it just causes the rear end to snap loose because I have to put so much wheel in it when I get on the gas. So again, just have to get that figured out. See if I can just keep making progress here.
5.6.
Chipping away down my lap times. Yeah, we're back up to 275, 276. So yeah, we got the same top speed we had before. So disregard all that I said about the springs, but that can happen if you lower the rear end too much or soften up too much. The downforce will push it down. You won't have as efficient aerodynamic flow underneath the car, and it'll slow you down. Something like that. Ooh. Those two corners were fun. starting to get a little more in tune with the car as a driver. You can have fun with these cars. The setup still needs work, but you can slide them around. I like this new tire model so far. Back in the day, 2 years ago, that would have spun me out. Every time you saw me get loose right there 2 years ago, it would have spun me out. Unless I got lucky and saved it. Let's see if we can get down a 34-second bracket here. Alright, car's starting to wake up now. Or I'm starting to wake up, one of the two. Right there, it's still a little too loose, so it's getting in that corner every time. The rear one wants to kick out, just go with it. Yeah, you can drive the cars on new tire Model 6, that's for sure. Ah, too fast on entry. Power slide on exit. It's hooked up now, but right when I got back on the gas, a little power slide. Still making progress, so. We'll go down here. Probably gain another 2/10 using the bottom. All the way around. I think we'll pick up about another 10th by taking the oil in. Does hurt our exit speed though. Might lose all that advantage by the time we get to the end of the straight. Front tires just, you can actually hear them sliding. From the understeer. See what the tire pressures are like. Bring that down a little bit. So I still need more rotation on entry. Take some clicks out of this rebound because that's a lot of low speed rebound dampening. Since it maxes at 10. Take this down to 5, and so that's the same thing as the rear low speed rear dampening. These control how fast the shock releases from compression. So as we're going through a left-hander, the car rolls over to the right, front right spring lifts. This is going to actually allow that to happen quicker. So it'll transfer weight quicker and hopefully create more oversteer. While at the same time in the rear. Oh, drivetrain. See, this is going to be like the biggest stuff for me to learn is gearing. Oh, sweet. We got diff adjustments. Just completely forgot about diff. I used to mess with these in the Ford GT. So this will help us out a lot on entry and exit. And increase my drive angle. This should help with acceleration off the corner. Because it locks both wheels more so than before, which creates a little loss of traction, which ends up in actually, as long as you don't do it too much, it just creates more rotation in the rear. Go up 2 clicks on the compression. We'll go up 1 click on the rebound, and again, this is all just to slow down that rear end. So, like, there's that one corner just before the S's I keep going through that it just kicks loose. So that's the corner I'm really focusing on that adjustment for. It's left-hander and the S is just before the straightaway to Parabolica, whatever turn that is. So hopefully I made the front turn a little bit quicker and snugged up the rear a little bit more for off-throttle rotation in the middle of the corner. Way too fast. I think it's about time to go to a different track. Do one more session here, just because it's It's such boring long straights before you actually make corners. Hey, what's up, Rich? How you doing, bud? Let's see if we can find Monza Grand Prix after this. I love the new tire model. I mean, from what I can tell, because I've done some pretty, not like drifts, but just, you know, cars moving around a lot. It's not like just whiplashing back and snapping loose, so liking it so far. Right now, I just gotta get used to GT1 cars. Yeah, this is the Aston. Right now I'm just trying to get a good baseline on it. Comes out of the box with a lot of understeer, and you know, it's starting to come alive though. It's starting to be fun. Ooh, way too fast. But I haven't got used to the car enough. I haven't figured out a setup enough to really say how great this car is yet, but going in a good direction so far. It doesn't like curbs. Ooh, but I'm getting it better. Making progress with the setup. Starting to see where the joy can come from. Just gotta stop going to these corners so fast. Alright, I think I'll be able to run my best lap this lap if I don't drive like a muppet. I think I might need to adjust my force feedback though. I haven't even been paying attention to that until just now. Not sure how bad I'm clipping. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm clipping really bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it almost looks perfect. The trip right now is just getting used to not having ABS anymore. Just see that's where the tire model is really cool. Had like 2 wheels off the ground, got on the gas a little sideways, and just powered out. Yep, I'm gonna run GT1 next season because I thought next season was a qualifier for the GT3 Pro Endurance division. It's not, so I'm not gonna. I'll probably run GT3. Let's see how the rear end's sliding around right there. It's not too hard to control. But yeah, since it's gonna be, I'll run GT3 like the last couple weeks to get back up to speed before we start going for the Team Pro stuff. But I'll be running this in the meantime.
35.11.
I do want to test out the GT3 cars today and see how different they are now that they got the new updates. I'm hoping they're more like GT cars where they're a little bit slower in the corners. Just don't have quite so much grip. Yeah, the car really doesn't feel like it has a depth wiggle at all on it. Of course, I'm not getting huge slip angles, but I'm getting enough slip angles to where before you'd notice it. Still loose on entry in that corner, though. Alright, I think it's time to go to a different track. Because this just really isn't a good representation of racetracks nowadays. Let's see what we got going on and hosted right now. Alright, let's go to Spa. Yeah, it's hard to do multiple things. I've always just found it's easier just to focus on one thing, and usually, you know, you get the most out of it that way too, because you just put all your focus into one thing. But that's not for everybody. Some people like to do multiple things. I'll bring it back. Gotta get some more water. Did not realize this was at night. I think I'm just instantly going back. Nah, I'll leave it at this wing for now. For now. Yeah, just don't have enough members to make every series successful, unfortunately. That's why I kind of just go where everybody else goes, because I know it's going to be the best competition and yada yada yada. Alright. So I think these cars now have tire warmers on them, so I remember the Corvette was just quite the nightmare on cold tires. Alright. Spot night. Car is just so influenced by curbs right now. Look at that. Just touch the curb. That completely just puts big oversteer into the car. Yeah, it is crazy. I'm gonna have to see if I can tune that out of the car, or just learn to not drive on curbs with the GT1 car. Ooh. I've never had a car get loose there on me. Never.
Car on the right.
Thanks, yep. Thanks for the Australia.
Yeesh. Alright. I gotta figure out if I can make this car drive over curbs or not. Because right now, that's a big no. Let's see if we can just do some messing around with these high-speed dampeners. I don't know, just take some wild swings at it, stiffen everything up, at least the compression.
I think there's a keyboard shortcut thing you can use as admin. I forgot the link to the command. Just do a quick Google iRacing admin.
Alright, let's see. That made the car feel a little bit more compliant over the curbs. Just cranked up the compression dampening all the way around, slow down the springs under compression, give them a little bit more time to compress when they hit a curb. See if that's the right way to go or not. Nope. Just pulls it right around. It's like you just get on that curb and the car just really wants to rotate.
Right side, clear.
And these aren't even very, I mean, these are very mild curbs too. Yeesh. Alright, no more curbs. That just felt horrible. Push and then getting the gas and it just like flopped over, like not good. A lot of understeering them. Yeah. That was just from barely touching the curve. It just pulled it around again. I think my setup's pretty horrendous right now. Completely changed. I've never driven through that section without going over those curbs, so I have to figure out how to tune the car to go over the curbs or drive differently through there than I ever have. Tire model does feel great though, for how much I'm sliding around and making a mess of things. The cars can still kind of keep it under control, or regain control. Feels really good on low speed too, going through the source. I mean, not on entry it pushes, but on exit it feels pretty pretty snug. Like, you can't even touch the curb, but you can freaking get sideways. Recover. Keep in third gear. I'm gonna adjust the front rebound just a little bit to slow down the entry, because I think I might be getting too good and causing the rear end to just snap loose because it can't keep up. Like, the grip right there is just awesome.
15.91.
I'm right there. Oof, that was awesome. I'm not sure if you can go through there flat or not. I know they can't do it in real life, but this ain't real life. A little bit of lock up there. At least they're in the middle of that corner. And when you get off the throttle, that's when it really wants to kick that rear end loose. Alright, let's see. So you wanna kick up the spring rates all around one click. I feel like the car is just rolling over a little bit too much. Increase the low speed rebound dampening. Slow down that rear end from rotating or transferring weight from one side to the other. The suspension just felt too soft in general. Just had too much flop in it. already forgetting I can't go on curves. So a little bit, the car's just weird. And it goes from like understeer to then sliding to oversteer, back to understeer. Well, whenever it curved and it didn't try and like destroy me. Fascinating. I think stiffer springs was the right way to go. This is the V2 Fanatec wheel with the Porsche 918 rim. And then I got like the DSD panels on the side and a sim instruments dash on the top. It's better. It's better. But it could still be better. It's crazy this thing doesn't have roll bars. And I put some, quite a bit more rake in the car to see if I can just get it to turn in better, because it's still pushing on. Oh, actually, I should probably check my tire pressures, because they're way off. Okay, that'll bring that up to equal. I should bring those up to equal. Alright, let's see how this does. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I had just a regular CSR forever and saved up and got this, so pretty happy with it. That's probably one reason the car felt so weird. Those tire pressures are so weird, so out of balance. Still can't touch a curb though. Oop, no, this thing's loose. Looser than before. Ooh, yeah. Definitely gave it more rotation. Now we just gotta tighten that up a bit. Yeah, I like that turn in a lot better now. Just got too much right now. You know, the rear end just can't keep up with it. I'll see if we can do something about that. Gonna give it more compression dampening, see if that helps slow things down in the rear. Yep, still loose. Okay. Got softer springs in the rear. Let's see if that helps. Ideally, I want to keep the good entry rotation I have, but then be able to slow down the rotation I have in the middle of the corner right now, because that's where I'm getting loose. At least like right there. So yeah, we just got a lot of rotation right now because of how much rake the car's got in it. Again, I want to keep it. Thinking about just throwing a wing on it, but I don't want to do that just yet. I could bring the coast angle down. Keep forgetting I have this differential to mess around with. So what that does is when I'm letting off the gas, the rear wheels don't have quite as much of an e-brake effect. That's more or less what's happening. That's a good point, buddy. That's probably why it's so hard to drive on curbs. I'm interested to see what the Porsche's like on curbs, because I didn't really have troubles with it. Oh yeah, I forgot about the sidewalls. But as far as like just getting sideways and stuff, the car feels a lot better. Yeah, that's just, I'm getting so sideways right now because I just put so much rake into it, and I gotta see if this differential change helped out. Which it really felt like it did. So I was probably just having too much of an e-brake effect from that differential. I can probably even bring it down a couple more degrees. Oh, not too fast. Yeah, the rear end's a lot tighter now. It's nice to have those differential changes again. I need to go fourth gear for this corner. Again, much tighter through there now. Well, bit understeer through that corner. Yeah, back in the day that would have spun out. Tires just feel like they have a lot more, it just feels like they don't turn to like instant grease balls like, and it's been progressive over the tire miles. This part of the tires got better and better, but it just feels more consistent when they start to spin up. It doesn't feel like they just automatically turn into blocks of ice. Barely touched that. I mean, that was like an inch of the tire on that curb and got me loose. This reminds me I didn't even check my tire pressures. That was nice. Oh, till I hit the curb. Till I touched a curb. Yeah, I mean, the tires are definitely more responsive, without a doubt. Okay, what do I want to do? I think I want to... just take a little bit of the dampening out of the front. I want to check the tire pressures. This needs to go up. This needs to go up. Alright. This should probably go up. 2. Let's see how that. Oh. See how that does. Maybe a little bit more toe in too. Alright. Towing just helps the car on turn-in. Should just turn a little bit more, and then when you actually get in the corner, creates just a little bit more constant rotation just because of the way the tires are angled. The inside's always turned more than the outside, so it has a tendency to cause more rotation, where if it's opposite, or if they're pointed in, it wouldn't be causing rotation. Kind of be wanting to push out. It's way too fast. Alright, we'll see the new slowdown feature in effect.
It's on the grass.
Now you can get on the gas now and we should be clear. Yeah, I like that. It's going to save a little bit of time. loose in the middle again. Right now I don't want to put full wing on it because I want to find like a good baseline chassis tune, and then I can put more wing on it once I know like the baseline's pretty, or just the chassis itself is pretty neutral. So I got the wing at like 3, good medium number. I think it's like out of 6 settings, so it's right in the middle. Oh, a little light. Caught air. I caught some air. Oh, that's all I can go down on that. Take the preload down and click. See how that feels. And preload just pretty much is an overall setting. It affects both acceleration and deceleration of the diff. So I just basically lowered the values of both those. So on throttle it should cause a little more understeer. Off throttle it should cause a little bit more understeer. It'll be more understeer. Well, if anything, I would think the torsion model would make it easier to drive over curbs. I think that's probably just a byproduct of driving this car. I don't know. I won't really know if that's a curb thing's like a new iRacing model thing until I drive a GT3 car or the rough. Definitely too loose again. That towing just made it too much rotation again. Wow, I got a lot of adjustment. I'm gonna take a pretty big swing at these rear springs. Watch your ride height, I'll go down. I'm gonna have to adjust for that, so we're gonna have to go back down 5. Down 5, get the same, man, it's a little too hot. Yeah, whatever. It's off by a millimeter. Similar hey, what's up, Roberta? How you doing, man? Just trying to figure out this Aston Martin, and right now I'm failing. I got a lot of work to do. So far all I know is you cannot touch curbs. Touch a curb, you die. It's the rules. So a little too loose. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think, I'm gonna do a GT1 next season. I was gonna do GT3, but that was because I thought it was gonna be the qualifying season for the pro team stuff. But that's not till season 4, so I figured I'd go GT1 for this season. It'll be fun. I've never driven the GT1s before. Never really drove the Corvette much, so it should be a fun experience. As you can see, it can wiggle around, but it keeps tracking. Oh, I nicked that curb. Like, I mean, I grazed it and the thing just went sideways on me. Pretty sure if I just throw the full wing on it, it won't be too bad now. I just don't want to do that yet. Let's see what this does. Again, it's another holistic adjustment where it affects both the acceleration and deceleration. Yeah, I'm the same with you. If I'm going to choose between the two sounds, I'd rather have the Corvette, but this thing, I do like the way this thing sounds when you're downshifting. Nice low rumble combined with the high pitch. Yeah, overall the Corvette's just a beast. I mean, see, that might be a deal breaker for me, just like it was in the Indy car, where you couldn't drive over a curb, the car would just freaking lose its mind. Like, that's a deal breaker for me, so I haven't quite decided if I'm doing GT1 yet next season. I don't know. When you're barely touching something and the car is just out of control, that doesn't really work for me. We'll see if I can tune it out or not. Oh, that's awesome. One of these days I'm gonna go to them all. I'm gonna time it all up. I'm gonna go to Nürburgring, do some laps around the Nürburgring, then go to Le Mans. Someday. Ooh, that feels sweet through there. I just need to work on the car a bit. Plus I've been driving for about 2 hours now, so getting a little burnt out. Let me go back to that other setup I had. I think I got too far away from that setup because that setup felt pretty good. I didn't even know that. They will run such a up close field of view that you can't ever see the dash. There we go, that's much more stable again. Much better. Yep, way too fast. Ah! I didn't hit the wall. Yay me. Not gonna lie, it's kind of frustrating to just, I mean, raising a curve. You're not even going up on it. You're just the sidewall of the tires touching the curve and then spinning it out. That's a deal breaker. About ready to go hop in the rough. I want to go to Laguna Seca anyways and see what it's like. See if I can just put a couple good laps down here, and then I think we'll switch back over to the rough and match the weather of last week's session and see what kind of lap times we're running compared to last week with the new build. It's inconsistent when it wants to just destroy you when it touches a curb, and then other times, second gear through there just hugged that inside line. Way too much speed, a little sideways. Man, I'm driving bad. Right now, the car's just so all over the place for me. It's understeer, oversteer, understeer, oversteer, understeer, oversteer. Even when it's like, I mean, this is the best setup I found on it, but still, got some pretty nasty behavior. Hold on.